Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here. I am here with my amazing coworker Laura, who is a weaver extraordinaire. And I don't really know anything about weaving, so I thought she could show you the weaving section of our store and maybe convince you to be a weaver. So we're going to flip around and look at, boop, there we go. Okay, Laura, if we were gonna start weaving, where would we start?
Okay, so the cheapest one and the easiest one would be, especially if you want to do tapestry, would be the Easel Weaver, and this is made by Shack. It comes in 3 different sizes. This is the 8-inch, there's a 6-inch, an 8, and a 10-inch.
Okay.
So the size determines how much you can actually weave. So the 6-inch, of course, is smaller, the 8 is bigger.
Okay, so inch is referring to the length,
Right.
not the width.
Right.
Are they all about the same width, or they have?
Yeah,
So
they're
she's
a
looking.
little-
Her eyeballs are going over here.
Yeah, they are pretty much the same.
So there we go.
So yeah. So anyways, yeah.
So what is tapestry weaving?
So tapestry weaving is all warped face. I mean weft face, which is weft is what you're putting going vertical.
Okay.
This is the warped, this is the weft.
Okay.
So tapestry weaving is all weft face, which means you don't see any of the warp.
Okay.
As you can see from this sample, you don't see any of the white warp here because it's being covered up by your...
So all you see is the horizontal stuff.
Right, you're just seeing, the weft.
And you can put whatever yarn you want, right?
Yeah, right. Usually, if you're going to do a tapestry, you would use a tapestry wool, which is a more coarser wool.
Okay.
And we do have some really nice tapestry wool on the wall over there.
Okay, let's look. That was behind us when we first got started.
Yep.
This is the tapestry wool. Look at all the gorgeous colors.
The Highland,
Yes. So what makes this particularly good for weaving?
it's woolen spun.
Woolen spun.
Right.
So that makes it poofier, or?
No, it's actually a smoother, and it's a very coarse wool. You don't want to put this next to your skin because
Okay.
it's coarser.
And would you use that for a warp
No, this would be for weft.
only? Okay.
Yep, weft only.
So the stuff behind you in the cones,
Yes.
that's what you would use for your warp,
Right,
maybe?
you could use this for your warp. It's a cotton. This one is by Mallow, by Gist, and it's mallow, and it's 55% organic and 45%
Virgin.
yeah cotton.
Okay.
So that could be used for a warp. You can also use beam, which is a little thicker. It's a 3/2. You could use that for your warp too, because you want something that's not going to break when you pull on it.
Okay.
Because warp, you're putting a lot of pressure on it.
Okay.
So this doesn't break.
Okay, and so these other ones on the surface here, they are all tapestry looms?
This is called the Lily.
Lily? Okay.
Yep. And so this loom, you can weave a piece this wide, but you can only weave it this long.
Okay.
So that's, one of the disadvantages between getting a smaller loom is you can't weave very much.
Okay.
This one's a skull loom. It's also a tapestry loom, just like the Lily, but now you have a wider width and more
And it's
surface.
taller.
Yep.
And what's this little tiny guy over here?
This is the little Mirix, and I love this little loom. It's called the Lanny loom.
Okay.
Now, the difference between this loom and this loom and this loom is you have a shedding device.
Okay.
So with this one, you have to finger pick. So you're going under, over to get your
Oh, okay.
weft yarn in. Same
Okay.
thing with this one. Whereas with this one, you have this neat little contraption.
Let's look at the contraption.
Yeah, so it's in the wrapped up.
Oh, so we can't really see it.
No.
But it lets you don't have to do all the under over.
No, it has a little shedding device that you switch the handle back and forth, and it gives you the different sheds.
Okay.
So-
And then what's this giant guy over here?
This is called the shed.
We're walking around here?
A Ross.
It's huge, and it looks like it has a way to advance.
Yes, and
The
it
warp?
also has a shedding device. So
Okay, so this is the shedding device.
right, so it's basically the Mirix is like this too. But I have my first shed.
Okay, here, we're gonna.
You see how that when I switch it there, all these threads that were behind are now in front. And then when I switch it back, all the threads that were in front are now behind. So
Oh.
I get the 2 sheds.
Okay, so just you do the lever back and forth.
Right, so that way I can just put my yarn in instead of picking it, and then when I switch it back, then I have the next shed.
Oh,
which it's getting stuck for me. But
Well, you know, it just sits here.
so then the next one just gets put in just like this. So there's my 2 different sheds.
And this is just, you've been playing.
Yes, it's like different people have been playing with.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
this
trying
is,
it
and you
on.
can just do all this really crazy.
Yeah, and you can put like just locks in from, you know, sheep locks. Just play
Oh,
around
cool.
with it, put it wherever you want it.
Okay, and then over here, what's this guy?
This is called a band loom, and it's gonna make these little tiny bands. This is like an ankle loom, but it's a floor one. And this also has sheds with that switch. So there's my first shed.
Uh-huh.
Step on a treadle on the floor.
Okay, there's a treadle at the bottom.
Yep, and then the next one gives me my next shed.
Oh,
So
interesting.
this is kind of nice to do on an ankle loom. You have to hand manipulate this, but
Yeah.
on a band loom, you just step on the little treadles and away you go.
Now, I've seen people on ankle looms that they have cards
Oh,
where
okay.
the cards twist.
That's different. That's card weaving.
Okay, so that's a completely different thing.
Yeah,
Could you
right.
do that on this loom, though?
You could do card weaving on this. You wouldn't thread it through the heddles. These are your heddles. You
Okay.
wouldn't thread it through the heddles.
You would put
You
the
would
cards
thread
on.
it through your cards and
Okay.
use your cards as like your heddles.
Okay, and then there's another loom behind you, right?
Yep, this is called the Cricket. And this is a cute little table loom. And it's 2 harnesses also. And the way this is threaded, I can get 2 different sheds. So when I lift it up and put it in the up position, all the threads that I put through the holes come up. And then when I put it in the down position, all the threads that were through the slats come up. So this is another loom where I don't have to pick over, under, over, under.
Okay.
I can just put my shuttle in, which
Here,
there's
I'm going
nothing
to close
my
in on
shuttle
that
right
so
now.
people can see.
But there's nothing on my shuttle right now. But if
But
I
if
were
you
to
had
thread,
thread on it,
yep, this would go through, and then I would beat it with my beater,
mhm,
and then the same thing.
and then when you put it up, it switches the position.
Yep, all the down threads are now up, and I could put something in there. Like if let me do this, so you can see how all these threads now are down. So if this was a piece of yarn, the next one would go in like this.
Yeah, because of this, let me show. So see how they cross, they crisscross.
Right, you can see there's an up and a down.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah, so like I said, instead of sitting there picking, you know,
Weaving up and down.
every individual thread with your fingers, you can just put in your shuttle.
Exciting.
Yes.
And so all of these type things, what kind of loom would they have been?
These were all done on the Cricket.
These were all done. So scarves. I know you do like placemats and stuff,
Yeah, you
right?
can do placemats, you can do towels on the Cricket. You could do table runners. You can do a blanket if you sew your pieces
Together, like in pieces. And so what's, as opposed to the tapestry rooms, you can roll up a whole bunch, and I mean, it's limited on the width, but you can do a whole lot of length on
Right,
it, can't
you
you?
can put almost 5 yards on a Cricket.
Oh, wow.
So the only thing is on the Cricket, you really can't do tapestry
Okay.
because it's not a weft face weave. It's a balanced weave, so you see warp and weft.
Okay.
So like when you look at these pieces, you're seeing the warp and the weft.
Yes. But you can do really cool patterns
Yeah.
that
you can-
way.
Yeah.
And what happened here? What is this?
Okay, so this was done with a pickup stick.
Okay.
So-
that is really cool.
And you just hand manipulate threads with a pickup stick and then put your thread through. This is called, I think this is Lino.
That is really cool.
But yeah, there's a lot of
And
fun
then there's a
things you can
funny
do.
thing here.
Yeah, now I don't know what that was. Somebody was just playing.
But that is
So they're
fun.
just goofing off. But this is another, something else you can do with a pickup stick.
Very cool.
So there's all different patterns. Like this, it almost looks like a honeycomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but you have to use a pickup stick, which is basically just like a shuttle, and you would pick up your sticks behind your warp.
And you pick and choose.
Yeah, so when you turn that on its side, you can see the threads that come up. Only certain threads came up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I can put the yarn in here and I get like floats, which are basically what these are. These are just floats. Right across.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And floats are what you get when you do it wrong too, right?
Yeah.
I know that.
But if you want to do it, and get a pattern out of it, you can use the pickup stick and make really. I mean, there's all books on.
I would say, yeah, we have books on that, right?
Yep, we have. I think I sold the last one today, but there's this one, which is, and it gives you all sorts of patterns in here for different variations. Like, you can do all different things.
Very cool. And then here's a different kind of, what is this? It says it's a loom.
Which one?
This one right here.
Oh, this is a zoom loom. Yeah, so this is the little pin loom.
Okay.
It's if you, well, you guys probably aren't that old, but in a long time ago, years and years ago, they had what was called the Weave It loom, and this was modeled after the Weave It loom. And you can make little squares. So this little doll was made with all these squares off of this little loom, except for her hair. But you just sew the squares together, and there's a turtle. He's made out of the squares.
Oh, he's so cute.
You can do squares for blankets, Afghans.
But it's like a set size.
Yeah, this is the size that you're going to make. It's only going to be this big.
Say, because I've played with a pin loom before, and they can be super fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the size of the square. I mean, plus it was stitched, so
Yeah.
you're not going to get anything bigger than that.
So you're not, okay.
Yeah.
So if we were just going to get started, this little guy right here.
Yeah, especially if you want to get started in tapestry. This would be the
Okay.
fun thing. Or if you just want to get started in weaving itself, just to see.
If you like it.
Yeah, if you like it, and because it's not that expensive. So.
Oh, and what is that?
Oh, here's an ankle loom.
That's an ankle loom.
Oh,
so that's what we were talking
you
about.
have an ankle loom. So yeah, this is basically like the band loom, but it's a tabletop ankle loom. So
Okay.
it can be threaded the same way, but you don't have the treadles.
Okay.
So you have to make your own little heddles, which those were the heddles, the white things on the
Uh-huh.
band loom. This you have to make your own heddles.
Okay. And
And-
that's what I've seen people using cards on.
Right. Yeah, you can use you can do card weaving on an ankle loom. too.
Okay. I always thought, so I know people who did this when I did historical reenactment.
Yeah.
And they always did them sitting in chairs with the long end down by their foot, and they were doing it kind of up their body. And I always thought they were calling them ankle looms because you held them with your ankle.
yeah.
But it's inkle with an I, right?
Yep, it's INKLE.
Any idea where that came from?
I have no
Nope,
idea.
it's just what it called.
Yeah.
And then we have the big boy over here.
Yeah, so this is a type of a Japanese loom. It's a Saori loom.
Could you walk over there?
Yeah.
So I can get you and the fancy loom?
This is a Saori loom. It actually belongs to one of our customers, and she just finished warping it today. She's not quite done with it yet.
Uh-huh.
But it's basically a 2-harness loom. You
Okay.
have 2 treadles and 2 sheds. So you have the front harness and the back harness.
So are those also what would you, like the heddle, like the difference between a rigid heddle and a, this is not, rigid means it doesn't move.
Right. This moves.
This moves.
And you have wire heddles that you have to thread. There's
Okay.
an eye in the middle, and each one has to have the thread going through it.
Okay.
So you switch front, back, front, back. So
Okay.
it's every, it's like 1 or 2, whatever.
As
you wanna
opposed to
call it.
manually with the,
Right.
what would you call that part you were moving
The
on the
heddle.
Cricut? That is the heddle?
The heddle, yeah.
Okay, so it's
But
the same
This
word.
is called the shed, or the shaft.
Okay.
And the metal parts are called your heddles.
Okay.
So this is a heddle, and this is my shaft. I have shaft 1 and shaft 2.
Okay.
And I mean, you can get looms with 4, 8, 10.
And they get
16.
wider,
Yeah. Right.
take up a whole room.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They definitely do. But this is it was a loom made in Japan, and it's there's a whole philosophy behind Saori that you can if you're interested in it, look it up.
Yeah. I'll put a link to it in the description.
It's really a pretty cool.
It's really
philosophy.
creative, right?
Yeah,
It's very,
This is very playful weaving, or creative weaving, or free weaving.
Okay.
There's no set patterns for this. You can put thick and thin in. You can put raw wool in. You can do whatever you want to.
Wow.
With it. Yeah, and it was invented by Miso Joe's son, Kenzo Joe,
okay.
and he made it for his mother. The loom he made for his mother, not
Very
the
cool.
Saori weaving. That's been around for a long time.
But it's a special loom.
It is, yeah, and it's very, very quiet. I actually
Ooh.
have one at home, and I really like it.
What is the handle on the side?
This?
The crank.
Okay, so when you wind a bobbin, so when you're weaving on a Cricut, you just have a stick shuttle.
Okay.
In this, you actually have little plastic bobbins on a boat shuttle, like this,
Okay.
like one of these. So
Boat shuttle?
this is a boat
Is
shuttle.
there okay.
Yep.
And the stick shuttle is what we had on the Cricut. Okay.
Yeah. So the bobbin fits right on here, and this is your bobbin winder.
Oh, cool.
So instead of going out and buying a bobbin winder,
It's
just
built into the
built
machine.
in. Yeah. So
Interesting.
that's another cool thing. And these looms are actually made so that you can be in a wheelchair and use them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're made for handicapped people. They're very simple. The work can come pre-made, so all you have to do is thread
wow.
it. So all the person has to do is sit down, throw the shuttle back and forth, and they're ready to go.
Okay.
So that's the neat thing about
So,
the Saori loom.
I'm gonna ask you a trick question.
Okay.
What's your favorite loom?
I really like the Saori loom because it's very quiet, even though it's 2 harness or two shafts. I have a Louette David at home also, but that's an 8 harness or an 8 shaft loom.
So it's got 8
of these
guys.
Yes.
So you can do super fancy stuff on that.
Right. I used to have a 10 harness loom, but that loom took up the whole room. So I got rid of that and downsized to a smaller loom, but it's still 38 inches wide, so it's still pretty big. But I really do like the Saori loom the best because I can be very free with it. I
Very
don't
cool.
have to follow a pattern. I just thread it and I just weave however I feel that
Okay.
day.
So the contrasting question would be, what loom do you weave on the most? The Saori, it's still
I
the
do.
same one? You
It is.
don't do the cricket more?
In fact, I have to tell you a secret. I don't even own a cricket.
You don't have a cricket?
No, I don't.
Oh my goodness. It's
No.
too small, right?
It's only a 2 shed or 2 harness loom, 15 inches wide. I know this is only two shafts, but
It's much
totally
wider.
different.
And you can make it much longer,
and
right?
and I can put on a 10-yard warp if I feel like it.
So what you're telling me is you start small, but if you get the bug,
Yeah.
you're gonna get more. You maybe have more than one loom at home?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot more. I don't even want to tell you how many Merixes I own because I also like doing tapestry. So
Okay.
my favorite thing to do now is tapestry weaving and Saori weaving.
Okay.
When I put a warp on my my Louette David, it sits there for about 6 months because I get too bored too easily because it's a pattern either for dish towels or right now I'm doing washcloths for my daughters because they're bumpy and
That's
good
awfully
for
nice.
yeah, it's good for rubbing their skin, but I'm bored with it. I've done 5 of them already, and it's like, oh, I gotta keep weaving these. So I go to the tapestry or the Saori.
So, other question. I've heard that weaving is a good way to blow through your stash fairly quickly.
Yes,
It chews up yarn?
it does. It eats it up really quickly.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, Laura, thank you so much for
You're
taking the
welcome.
time to talk to us about weaving.
Sure.
You have weaving, like online weaving things, right?
We do online Zoom Tuesday and Wednesday, 9 to 11. And if you want, you can send your email to Barbara and she can get it to me because I send out a link. And we are now doing in-store weaving. Tuesday is tapestry. Wednesday is weaving of other types like cricket looms, floor looms, whatever else you want.
But believe it or not, people from all over the world are going to watch this. So we do have the online version, right?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And this is my weaving go-to person. People call and start asking weaving questions. I'm like, I don't know. And also, I'm sure that many of you have been wondering what this says because you've only been seeing the bottom of it. But I thought I'd leave you with that. Oh, there's another ankle.
I'm
Okay.
just going to move this over so they can see
Okay,
it all.
well, say bye, Laura.
Bye.